I'm so tired of this shit, man. I already have something that I was going to release later this weekend. I've recorded it this morning. This morning because I had free time and I went, oh, I have nothing to complain about this season. This season is really fun. Just the alt change alone has changed how this game is played, and it's just incredibly fun. I don't know why I record with the headphones on. It makes me feel good about myself. I'm not listening to anything. But then the adjustments came out. Hotfix. Deadpool 1. I don't play him enough to know if that's any good or bad for him. I don't know. The Elsa one, it's fine. It doesn't solve her problems, but it does make it so you can't hesitate as much, or if you hesitate, you're going to die. It makes her easier to kill in most times, especially if they're not super fluid with it. So anything when they're not the GOAT, it's going to be great. And then White Fox. I have a video already saying that White Fox is good. White Fox is balanced. Everything that makes White Fox really good also makes her, like, she has downsides to it. One of those downsides being she can't self-heal very easily. She doesn't have a lot of mobility. That's good stuff. Now, I do understand the thing, like, why does she have a resource and a cooldown? If the cooldown is the same as the resource, you'll always have the resource back before you use the ability again, so it should just be on a cooldown. I understand that, and I think that would be a fine change, but just listen to this. When you respawn or exiting Kumio Unleashed, your ultimate ability, you gain full stacks of Spirit Tail energy. That's already a pretty big buff. I mean, that's a pretty huge buff. Just to her ultimate, and upon respawning, you can immediately go brawl. You don't have to wait. No waiting to engage, no taking off angles. You can just immediately go do it. You can come back from spawn, immediately have full tails, grab somebody and pull them into your team really easily. That's pretty good. These aren't even buffs that I would have given her. If I was giving her buffs, I'll tell you what I would have given her. I would have given her probably the respawning or exiting your ultimate, you get some tails back. I probably wouldn't have given her 3, maybe 1.5, 1 minimum. And then when she's in her E, she has a tiny speed buff. Because if you miss your dash, you pretty much don't hit anything. And if you don't hit anything while you're in that form, you're kind of screwed. So I would give her a tiny speed buff, but that was pretty much it. That's the only thing I would have changed, because I thought she was really balanced. But on top of both of those, they reduce the healing of her shift, because when you shift to somebody, it's one-time healing of 70 for you and anyone inside. Reduce that to 50, and now it provides 20 healing a second over time to all allies, including White Fox, who are inside of it. You know what? That's fine. That is fine. It's only up for about a second anyways. It incentivizes you to destroy it faster, so that way they get less healing out of it, and if you don't destroy it faster, there's a chance they get more healing out of it. Now there's a little more counterplay to it. That's fine. It's only up for about a second anyways. The healing is going to be pretty much the same. At worst, it's going to go from 70 to 90, but very situational. That's fine. I don't think that's too big of a buff or a change. During your ultimate ability, casting your blast, your right click, no longer consumes White Fox's health, and it just has a cooldown. I think that's crazy, because you're kind of immortal in that ultimate if you play it right. Oh, she's not CC immune. Oh, she's so easy to CC. Yeah, that just means your team isn't playing with you, right? When I play with my team and there's a White Fox, I hear that ultimate, I bum rush them. I play next to that Fox, because if I can body block a CC for that Fox, we can get a kill off of it. Just me body blocking a CC can help us get a kill. And I'm not going to die, because since I took that CC, they're going to get hits, which are going to heal me, right? I think that's crazy, because her losing health like that was the only consistent way she had to lose health. Honestly, I would have made it take more health, if anything else, because then when you hit, you can send it out, and then once you get a hit, you're pretty much back at full health. There was no reason not to just use it on cooldown. Just use it every time you saw full health, as long as your team is playing with you. Because imagine you're playing White Fox and Dive, like all these characters. It's crazy. Now with her ultimate, she can dash in with her E, get full value healing herself and her tanks and any dive that are in there with her, making them pretty strong, because they all have sustain abilities. Imagine you're playing with a Daredevil and an Iron Fist, and this person is healing them over time and healing anytime she does damage. And then she immediately pops ult while she's inside, and then she can keep doing damage, keep them up. They don't die because she keeps doing damage. You're going to get a full team wipe off her ult every single time if you play dive or brawl, because you can just dive or brawl with your teammates, keep them up, do healing, do a lot of damage, ult, do a lot of healing, do a lot of damage, give unstoppable on a 2-second cooldown, and then get out of it, immediately back into your E again. That can be a team wipe every single time you use it. Like, the counterplay is pretty much gone, because it used to work like Storm, where you have to go into the back line and then work your way forward. You would have to use an ability, either shift to teleport to a teammate who's in the backline, or use your E to dash to the backline and then ult. Because, in that scenario, then you can work your way through and end next to your team. And this is like if they gave Storm ult oh yeah, every time you end your ultimate, press the C button on your keyboard and you teleport to your supports. What? That's stupid. There's no thought in it then, because that's what she can do. She immediately spawns back in with all her tails. She can just get out immediately with nothing stopping her. What's worse is she can get out immediately with her shift. You save her shift to do that instead of her E. Dude, you can get out immediately. Immediately get out. Go in there, dash, do whatever you want without any thought of where you're positioning when this ultimate ends, or if they kill you while you're in it, immediately out. And you have a shield and overhealing for 20 seconds, for probably only a second, but 20 a second. Like, that's pretty insane. I think they took a balanced character to, if you're good with her, just play her every game. There's no reason not to. They kind of took out most of her counterplay. Oh, by the way, I forgot one. I knew I was forgetting something. When you use your right click, you heal for 50. Every time you use it. And it's not too super long of a cooldown, and it gets your team unstoppable and a little bit of healing. Oh, it's a little bit of healing over time, but not much. And you charm enemies. So we just made Luna 2, where you give her a right click that does everything in the game and more, and it's super hard to miss. Except this one pierces. It pierces all enemies and teammates. Great. That's a great choice. I thought she was balanced. Genuinely thought she was really balanced. And now you're going to see her every game, and she's going to be too strong. At least it's not a poke character. I can give it this. At least it's not a poke character. At least these changes enable Brawl. At the very least, something other than a poke character is OP. But her plus Blade, Iron Fist in your backline. They never die. Play like Solo Tank Strange or Mag with 2 other supports, and then those 3 just go and fuck them up. They just never die, especially when they have ultimate. Well, not when whitefox has ultimate. Or instead of Blade, whitefox, any 2 divers who are sustained divers, not like Spider-Man or Black Panther where they jump in, use all of their kit, and then leave. But like Iron Fist, Daredevil, Venom, Thor, Rogue, people who go in and they like to stay there. Captain America, he's kind of buns right now, but she just kind of makes them really good. Because even if you take a lot of damage during your E, if you can work your way out before it ends, or work your way into a good position before it ends, do some damage immediately, hit them with a right click, heals, and then if you don't want to do that, you can teleport to your teammate, healing yourself and giving you a barrier and healing over time while you do damage, while you farm more tails, and then you can hit your right click, which heals you more, plus stunning them and allowing you to get out, or get your ultimate to use your ultimate. She's going to be insane, but at the very least, she is not poke, and she promotes dive and brawl. But that's pretty much the only thing that I have to say, right? It's crazy that the only thing I have to say is this character is broken. We overreacted. Double G heard everything you're saying, even when it was a falsehood, and gave it all to her. And the best thing I have to say about it is, at least it's not poke. That's crazy. It's stupid. That's not how it should work. That's pretty much it. What Willie?